What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. XOXO Sheba here. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you're an OG subscriber, what's good? Welcome back. But in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about what would be some good Valentine's Day fragrances, because Valentine's Day is coming up and you want to smell your best on that date night. So let's get into what fragrances, in my opinion, that I've tried would be some good ones to wear for that holiday. I'm gonna start in with Choco Musk. Choco Musk is a very inexpensive fragrance you can find on Amazon. I'll have it linked below in my description box if you want to pick this up. But it smells so good. It smells like a Lindor truffle. If you have a vanilla fragrance oil or a vanilla lotion, it matches up so well. I put this on with my cousin and she matched it up with one of her vanilla lotions. And when I tell you, she texted me to let me know she has gotten so many compliments from layering with this. Choco Musk is one of my faves for that reason, because it has a perfume smell, but it also does still smell edible, like melted chocolate. Now, I will be fair and say, you know, it is a $10 to $12 fragrance, so some people don't really feel it like that. But I think it's a baddie. I think it's a baddie fragrance. Getting into the more luxury fragrances, we have Lancome Vie Est Belle. I have Vie Est Belle Absolu, and I have the OG fragrance as well. I think either one of these would do really great on date night. This one, if you want a little more of a citrusy vibe to it, it's a little bit more youthful than the OG fragrance. The OG is very, very classy without being outdated. So to me, I got a lot of compliments wearing this out. But I also feel like this is just as much of a banger. It really depends on where you want to go. You can never go wrong with Flowerbomb. Flowerbomb to me is a very classy scent without being a classic scent. I don't like to call fragrances old or grandma or outdated. I call them classic because at one point they were the it girl fragrance. It's not a freshie at all. It's very much a floral fragrance that's slightly sweet, but mainly on the florals. It gives I'm in charge, but I'm also feminine, and I just know what I'm doing. Jimmy Choo, I Want You Forever. Also, you can get the OG Jimmy Choo, I Want You. That's a little more sassy in my opinion with the fruitier notes. But because this one is a little bit darker with the rose in it, I would recommend this for a date night. This one, I will tell you, had to grow on me. When I first tried this, I was not feeling it because I don't love an overpowering rose. Overpowering rose is not my bag. But as I let this fragrance sit for a while and then I tried it again, it really grew on me. The cherry notes are more pronounced in the first initial spray, and the rose is more pronounced in the dry down. But as I let this sit, I felt like the rose was a little bit more balanced out over time, and it really does give like a sexy, real sultry type of fragrance. Staying on brand with the dark fragrances, we have Unforgettable La Nuit. This is from the brand Booty Parlor, and they specialize in pheromone perfumes, which is perfect for Valentine's Day. I have this one that I actually bought with my own money, and then they also sent me over their hair perfume and their pheromone roll-on perfume as well. It's a very dark feminine fragrance. I think the woody and amber notes really make this something dark and something that people who like a unisex fragrance but still want to keep it on the feminine side will really enjoy. On that same note, Tom Ford Tabacco Vanille is an amazing fragrance, and I have to take some of my words back. I've not been a Tom Ford perfume fan. To me, it's unisex, but it leans way more masculine for me than it does on the feminine side, and I just personally have not been a fan. However, I got Tabacco Vanille as a gift, and that changed my mind. I was like, oh, okay, Tom Ford got something for me. Still very unisex, but I feel like it leans a little more feminine with the vanilla in it. I get a lot of compliments when I wear it out. I love Tom Ford's strength in their perfume because it does really project. It's very smooth and sultry. We also have everyone's favorite, the OG fragrance, Good Girl. I think any of the Good Girl fragrances honestly would fly for date night. I have the OG version in travel size, and I also have Very Good Girl in travel size. My other two Good Girls I had, which was the Good Girl Glam and the Very Good Girl Glam, I ran out of those because I am a Good Girl Glam fan. This one to me would still be the best one for a date night, just because it has darker notes to it, like the almond and the coffee notes within it. They make these a little more nighttime friendly than the other flankers that have a lot of fruity notes, which gives me kind of daytime vibes. It's just so subtle and smooth, but still loud, because when my sister wears this, this is one of her signature fragrances. I can always smell it. I'm just like, you got on Good Girl, don't you? YSL Libre Intense. As you can see, I've definitely been a fan. I'm almost out of it. This one to me, compared to YSL Libre, I love the OG Libre. The OG Libre is my first signature fragrance. Actually, no, take it back. OG Libre is my second signature fragrance that I just always got compliments on, that I can smell on myself, that just really committed to my body chemistry. However, Intense didn't do the same thing for me as far as like really matching with my body chemistry, but I do feel like it smells amazing. Compared to the OG has a lot of mandarin notes, the citrusy notes that really pop out and make it vibrant. This makes it really sultry because it has the vanilla in it that tones it down while still making it powerful. I actually like matching this up a lot with any type of almondy fragrance. Like for me, we haven't actually started talking about it yet, but I'll pull it up anyway. These two are a match made in heaven. I got so many compliments. This is almond cookies and milk, and I matched it up with YSL Libre Intense, and I get so many compliments on it. This would actually be the perfect match for a date night. Now, since we're on the oil perfumes anyway, I'll bring those up. I do have two fragrances. One is missing a cap, don't judge me. But I have two fragrances from Sugar and Milk Co. I love this brand because whatever they label their fragrance is, that's really what it smells like. This really smells like sugar cookies, and this really smells like almond cookies and milk. While I don't usually wear oil perfumes alone, I love them for layering and really making my perfume that I wear stand out. Like I mentioned before, the almond cookies and milk really goes well with my YSL Libre Intense. And honestly, any other dark kind of vanilla fragrance that you have is really gonna match up well with this. The sugar cookie really does smell like sugar cookies. I love layering this with any of my vanilla or marshmallowy fragrances to give it its own oomph and pizzazz and really be unique. Now, if you're going on a Valentine's Day date with someone who likes the smell of gourmands, you really could just wear this alone. They're really gonna like that because the sugar cookie smell of this is amazing. You really smell edible. Since we're talking about layering a little bit too, I actually think these two would actually go pretty well together. Now, I do have some, if you wanna go a little lighter and you wanna go a little more fruity or sugary, K. Ali Sparkling Lychee is one I definitely recommend if you want something a little more light and a little more fruity and flirty more than sultry. It's the first fragrance from K. Ali where I feel like I really could just wear this alone. Now, K. Ali does make fragrances that are made for layering, so I don't expect to wear them alone, but this one I really do feel like I could wear alone. While it's still a smooth fragrance, the citrusy and the sparkling notes really pop out for me and it make it something special, and I love it. Along the similar lines but not the same is also Tea's Sugar Fleur. I love the sugariness and the apple notes within this fragrance, especially when mixing it with how Tea's, the OG fragrance, smells, which is more on the lines of like a marshmallowy cloud kind of scent. Mixing that with the sugary notes and the apple notes within the Sugar Fleur version, oh, to me this really stands out. This would be great for a date night. Now, back on the smooth train without being too fruity or being too sultry, Lust by Lawanda is a black-owned brand that I just recently purchased from, and I am feeling them. Kream and Jackpot, those are my two favorites, and I think those will be really good for a date night, especially for Valentine's Day. I love Kream because it's very smooth without being overpowering. I think it would be great for layering. If I were to base it off ones that I already have, I think the Sugar Cookie oil perfume that I have would layer great with this, or anything that's on the sugary side. Maybe not too much of the citrusy side, but the sugary side for sure, unless it's like peach, because this is cream. So if you had a peachy scent, peaches and cream would go great. Which, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll have the notes up for you, of course, on the screen. I believe this does have some peachy notes in it. So this is more of a peaches and cream, and I love that type of soft, citrusy kind of scent. Now, Jackpot from her brand is my favorite, and I believe that is her like signature pop out scent. This one is amazing. It has a little bit of like a cinnamony, it kind of reminds me of Lattafa Camera just a tad, not too close to it, but it also has a smoothness that reminds me of the cream scent I was just talking about from her. If you really wanted to layer and make it pop, if you have a vanilla fragrance or like a cinnamony or any type of like graham cracker cookie type of fragrance, this will really blend so well with that. And I will go back and say all the fragrances I showed you as far as this Valentine's Day video are long-lasting fragrances, but I do say that as an oversprayer. Don't be afraid to overspray. Hit them pause points, hit your clothes, do it again before you leave the house. Don't be afraid to smell great. Embrace it. If you have any other suggestions, comment them down below in the description box. If any of these are ones you want to try, also comment them down below and let me know as well, because I want to know which ones were you feeling. Let me know. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.